Hello everyone, welcome to second video. Initially, and I thank you all for the likes and comments, subscribers. I really do appreciate. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about experience and motivation. We all might have gone through something that gave us that impression of that particular thing, be it a bad experience, a good experience. A good example for this is the university. You're staying far away from home. You're staying just by yourself and your new friends that you met. So it can really give you an impression of what is it like staying away from home. Okay, my experience as a first year and the struggle was a lot difficult, but some people can really try to adapt much faster, and others are slow people. And we are all different, and no one is judging you. Okay, so firstly, I will say that you need to learn to love what you do, because most students complain of doing what they've never done before. For example, you applied for a BSc degree and now you're forced to do BCom because of capacity and any other thing in the university, and that is what they have left for you. And because of that, you don't want to take a gap year and you're taking BCom. Students struggle a lot, and because they have that mindset that they're doing something that they've never done before. When we were born, we were never doing it, but we grew up learning how to do that particular thing. Yeah. So students be like, I've never done accounting before, I'm not sure I can pass accounting. I've never done economics before, I'm not sure I can pass this economics. It's too difficult for me. There's nothing difficult. It's your mindset. Once you make up your mind, I'm doing it regardless of if I've done it before, you are getting there. Okay, so when you're determined, you want to study it, you want to get through it, you want to pass it, not just pass it, but extraordinary. So you wouldn't do well if you're saying that I'm not sure, because now you don't even trust yourself and what you can do. Okay, so you end up doing what you didn't apply for, but it's understandable. I myself doing BCom, but I'm not really for that, but I was a scientist, but doing BCom in marketing and tourism, and I'm loving it. That's why I'm talking about marketing, tourism, everywhere. Okay, first thing, you need to keep focus. You can just accept that it's God's will that you do that same thing that they've given you. Maybe you applied for a law degree and now you were doing BSc in communications. Why don't you accept? Because most students do first year with the course that they've given them, the university, because of capacity, and now during the second year they switch courses and go back to the law degree. So you see, and you can even if you're not focused enough, you're not still even going to do well in that law degree that you wanted. But now when you get to your second year again, you go back to your first year because you say it's too difficult for me, I can't do this. But you can't. You can't. Okay, so first thing that I'm gonna say is stay motivated. How do you even get motivated? But you have to stay motivated. Get motivated, stay motivated. Okay, that's the quote for this video. So active engagement. Sorry about that. You need to stay active. Go to class, attend class. Talk to that lecturer about that thing that you don't understand. About the thing that you don't understand. Be a good student. Group assignments, you need to work with group, with people that everybody has a different understanding of things. So we bring you guys together, you talk about it, you bring up a solution or the final statement, and you are getting there. You need to stay active. Okay, don't stay just by yourself. You need to interact with people. Is it your class activity, participation? You have to do all of that. So set clear expectations. What is it that you want to get? You come to the university. Everyone here came individually. I didn't come here because of you, and you are not here because of me. Nee. So you need to set your expectations. What is it that you want to get here? Clear expectations, things that you know that you can accomplish them. Don't say something that you know that you can't. Something that's within your capacity. Nee? Great. So you also need feedback and self-assessment. When you've studied, you've gone through that work, the theory, you need to get feedback. Did I really do this thing nicely? How can you do that? You can self-assess yourself. I don't know if you understand. You can self-assess yourself. That's English. Okay, great. So you can try to recall what you've studied. Was it yesterday? Was it in the morning? You can write up, take that past question paper, exam class test paper, and see that you can answer the questions there without using your textbook, without using your laptop or your electronic devices. Electronic devices, great. See that you can answer it. Just assume that you are in an exam hall. How are you going to tackle that question without any textbook or notes? So now you see, you can test yourself and see that, okay, I'm doing great. If I don't understand this thing, if I forgot, then I need to go back to see that I re-strategize to see that if it's my timetable, if I was studying for 2 hours in a day after class, why don't I increase it to 3 hours so I can get more of that since I'm falling back? Okay, great. So I'm going to talk of this concept, gamification. So it's basically like playing games. That gamification now we bring it. Okay, it's the application of game mechanics. It's very easy, but I'm going to give you a brief definition of that. So when you're playing games, you have principles in playing that game. For example, if they say that a principle of that game says that when you throw a die and you get a 6, you must throw it again. That's a principle. So each time that you throw the die and you get a 6, you're like, oh, and you are excited, you are motivated, you are engaged in that, because I might get a 6 again the second time, and if I throw it, I might get a 6 again the third time. And that's a principle that everyone is going to follow. So I'm going to paste the link to this article in the description box if you want to go read more about gamification. Okay, so for instance, I'm going to give you an example for gamification in the business strategy stand. Yeah, so in the context of employee engagement, gamification can be used to boost motivation by providing rewards and virtual recognition. You're working in an organization, in a business, and how can I compensate you for your good work? I can give you I can reward you by saying you're the best employee of the year. I'm motivating you. You know that you can even get it again next year. And other people, other employees, your colleagues, they will also try to work harder so that they can also get that reward, so that they can also maybe be the best employee of the year. And before you know it, everyone is motivated. Everyone is working hard. And that is something that's going to grow your organization. Employees, motivation, they're going to work harder. Okay, so I'm going to give you a brief explanation or definition for gamification. So it is a strategic attempt to enhance activities by creating similar experiences to those experienced when playing games in order to motivate and engage users. Okay, so we are creating activities, or we are attempting to create or enhance activities by creating similar experiences. Like I gave you an example, when you throw a die, you need to, and get a 6, you need to throw it. That's a principle, and that's an activity, and it's motivating you. So we're trying to see that what can motivate you as a student. What can? Your timetable. Yes. Okay, I'm going to tell you more about that in the next video, when I'm going to be talking about the semester. Okay, so yeah, until we get there, so I'm going to tell you types of motivation now. then I will tell you that there are two types of motivation: the intrinsic and the extrinsic motivation. So I'm going to start with the first one. Intrinsic arises from within an individual, driving them to engage in an activity because they find it inherently enjoyable or interesting. You're doing something because you enjoy it. You're doing something because you like it. It's interesting to you. It's not because you want to get a reward for it. It's not because they're going to pay you for it. It's not because someone's going to punish you for it. So it's just that interesting that you only want to do it. So it's like doing something for your own sake, for its own sake, purely for the satisfaction it brings. If you're playing a game, like with your friend, that's for the satisfaction. And on the other hand, extrinsic motivation comes from external factors. So external factors is not within, okay? So it's now not in your control. So for example, it's rewards or punishment. If you do great in your academics, they can reward you for that. That's an extrinsic behavior or motivation, because now you see that if I do well, I need to study, I need to pause, I need to get good marks, then I can get that reward that I want. Then for punishment, you see that thing that you know that you're doing it is not within, but you know that you're going to get punished. I'm going to give you a few examples on that. Yeah. So people exhibit extrinsic motivation when they perform a behavior to earn a reward or avoid something unpleasant. People exhibit extrinsic motivation when they perform a behavior to earn a reward. Yeah. The university is going to reward you for that good work that you've been doing. Best student in your department. How are you going to feel? Great. Top achiever. That's high school top achiever. We don't do top achiever in the university. It's a lot. Best student in your department. Great. So, how are you feeling about it? It's not an easy thing to study, but you have to, because you know the reward that awaits you. So I'm going to give you examples now for intrinsic motivation. So participating in a sport because you find the activity more enjoyable. You just want to enjoy the sport. You just want to enjoy the gym. Great. So cleaning your room because you like tidying up. You don't want to see dirt. You don't want to see things falling around. Yeah, it's just in your behavior that way. Another one is studying a subject you find fascinating. Did I say it nicely? Okay, extremely interesting. That's another word for that. So there's that particular module that you like. You find it interesting studying because you understand the concept and it's easier for you. You just like it. It makes things easier. So it's interesting for you. That's an intrinsic motivation. And many people find it having just one type of motivation and they are not motivated on the other side, and that's not balance. Okay, because you do only things that are pleasant to you or that are interesting to you. You don't go beyond your limits to see that you get that thing that's not within you. Okay, so I'm going to give you examples now for the extrinsic motivation. So participating in a sport to win awards, yeah, like playing internationally. You want to win enough. It's not because you're just doing it to enjoy it. You want to. No one should lie to you. Okay, so the second one is competing in a contest to win a scholarship. I told you they're going to reward you for your hard work. Okay, studying because you want to get a good grade. It's not like you enjoy studying all the time, but you have to do it because you know what awaits you for your performance. Okay, balancing both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation is crucial for optimal satisfaction. Okay, if you're just doing things that are within you, You don't go beyond your limits. That's not optimal. You must try both. Okay, I'm going to talk about certainly some effective strategies of how to see that motivation is crucial for engagement and growth. So autonomy and choice is the first one. So encourage self-directed learning, where you have a say, students have a say in how they approach assignments or things, like even in your class tests, even in class. That's why now in your first year, when you're writing tests or assignments, mostly class tests or exams, it's mostly what they expect from you is theory, basically. You don't really apply. But when you get to your second year, marketing, you apply. Most of the work is application. So they're giving you a case study and you have to apply it. You have to put it in your own words. And that is why they encourage self-directed learning. We don't want you to pick things exactly how they are in the textbook and you give us. No. We want to see that you understand it. You can put it in your own words. And yeah, that's application. If you just have a degree when you only know how to write theory, you cannot reason it in your own way, then do you think that's even necessary? You're going to get somewhere now and in the company and they're asking you, how do you think we can do this? Now you're going to bring theory when you cannot actually apply it. It doesn't make any sense. So that is why it's very important. Group works, you come together, I bring my idea, you bring your idea, and we put it together to see which one is much better. You understand? Great. So meaningful goals. Don't set goals that are not really necessary. Are they? Do you understand the purpose and the relevance of the goals that you're setting? In the next video, we're going to talk about goals actually. So things are working accordingly. Yeah. So set goals that have purpose. If you're getting distinctions, yeah, great. If you're setting goals to pass, not just passing, best performance, great. Is it relevant? Yeah, you're a student. It aligns with your academics, your degree. You don't just want to be a student, you want to be extraordinary. I'm with you, okay? So you become motivated to achieve them if you know the purpose and you know that it's relevant for you to get that particular thing, that goal that you want to get. Okay, so this feedback is also important during the process or under process. You've started, you have a goal, you know the purpose of the goal, you have you know that's relevant, but feedback, efforts and progress, rather than waiting till when you've gotten those results at the end of the year. Why don't you try to celebrate with them during the year? Okay, I see that I'm making progress. Oh, yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, I'm proud of myself. You're celebrating yourself and you're motivating yourself. You work even more harder, guys. Okay, great. So we've come to the end of the video, and I hope that this was actually helpful and you understand where and what exactly you need to do, like where you're lacking. Do you need to re-strategize? Just something. There's something. You cannot watch this video and you don't find anything meaningful or helpful to you, and I hope you do find it. And I hope it was informative, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate your your time. Yes, your time. Now, second semester is getting hectic, but we're going to talk about that, how to tackle it and how to deal with it. Next. Bye.